Well, cheers, Mike Goldman. Welcome to the 1 o'clock show.
Hello, ladies.
Hello.
I've made it. It's so good to be here. Finally, I wanted to sit on the couch and have a wine with you so much.
It's been
You didn't sip it.
I haven't, have
That's
I?
bad luck.
Oh,
Yeah, you got
You should know that. And did you look me in the eyes?
Yeah, what is that? I've heard that so many times. It's like you sip, look in the eyes when you cheers.
You don't know where that comes from?
No.
It's a little bit of a Game of Thrones, ye olden days kind of thing. Because if you were serving me a drink, to make sure it's not poison, we have to drink it at the same time.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, so I thought you were going to poison me. That's why I was like, what are you doing? Why are you looking at me?
Why are you drinking? Mike Goldman, we are so excited to have you on the show. I remember when I first did my very first episode of the 1 o'clock show, you sent me a message saying, love the concept, love the show, but you need to do this, this and this. Yeah. And I took it on board and I ran with it.
You did?
And yeah, 12 months later, here we are.
You're paying attention. Well, I just said, get some more cameras. It's a great concept. You're an awesome host.
Yes.
And you guys are doing such a great job putting it together, and you finally get me on the show.
So tell us what you've been doing. I mean, you know, everyone known and love you from Big Brother series, but what else have you got up your sleeve?
Well, launching as we speak is a new show. It's like an online web series called The Real Penguins of Sydney. And yeah, there's all these crazy little penguins, King and Gentoo penguins from Sydney Sea Life Aquarium.
Oh my goodness.
And my brother Lucas has a production company called Luco Media, and he goes in there and he films a lot of video content for them. And
wow.
we thought, let's give some voices to these penguins,
Oh
because
my goodness.
working
So
with the penguin
cute.
handlers, they all say that these penguins have such unique personalities, and that they bite and they get lovey and caring, and they look after each other. It's amazing after watching them for a few hours, because I've done a lot of documentaries over the years, or this year even, and watching these penguins and how their personalities have evolved, and you understand who's who. It's really cool. It was Wallace and Roxy and...
And where can people view this Penguins of Sydney? The Real Penguins
You'll be able to see it on online.
Yeah.
Sydney Sea Life Aquarium. You can actually go down there and say hello to them in real life.
Oh.
And
Get your photos taken with them.
yeah, and it's all in the lead up to their 1 year anniversary party, which is coming up soon.
Oh, great.
And as a part of the show, and I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, I'm probably leaking some behind the scenes information, which I've been known to do with the odd reality show. A couple of penguins have laid some eggs.
Oh, mating on the
baby
series.
penguins.
Yeah. Awesome.
I'm the voice of a few of the penguins, yeah.
Oh, great.
It's one of them.
Oh my
Yes.
goodness.
Excellent. What else is on the plans and on the horizon?
Well, we've been pretty flat out with the Sanctuary Cove International Film Festival, which has been going for about 4 years now, which started after making a feature film called Shooting Goldman, which I did with a couple of friends of mine. They went in some film festivals around the world, and we had so much fun. We thought, let's start our own film festival.
Yeah.
Why not? Anyone could do
yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And we've met so many incredible filmmakers from all over Australia, around the world. It's been a great platform for them to be able to promote themselves as actors, filmmakers, producers, and just use it as something to hang their hat on. Like we give an award to the Best Actress, and she was telling us the other day she was wearing a watch that she won as Best Actress as one of the prizes, and she was at a casting and said, oh, where'd you get that watch? That's nice. Oh, I won a Best Actress in Film Festival. Might have helped her just get it across the line. It's a bit of kudos for people who work in the industry, show some appreciation for what they've done, and just have a big party and network.
Because we are creating such amazing content in Australia now. You know, you're finding that obviously a lot of people are now coming to our shores instead of, you know, heading to the Americas to go and film.
All those great films that are being shot on the Gold Coast. I don't know if you've seen Thor Ragnarok, but that was just hilarious. Such a great film. And, you know, we've got King Kong and Pirates and all these other movies that are being shot there. And there's a lot more to be announced. Screen Queensland. And the guys there I was talking to the other day, they said that, you know, it's just the start, and they're building new studios down there at Movie World. So I think it's going to be there's going to be a really big future for that area in Australia as the capital of movie making.
So speaking of filmmaking and the entertainment industry, there's been massive media attention around the Harvey Weinstein, Don Burke's, all of this, you know, sexual harassment that's going on. What's your thoughts on it all?
It was horrible that it's been going on for so long, and so many people that knew it was happening didn't have the balls to speak up. They thought they'd get fired or thought something horrible would happen. But I mean, with Harvey, I mean, there's these incredible movie makers and directors and producers that are around him that go, oh yeah, that's just Harvey, we know it's happening. But you know, they want to be eating the gold-plated caviar, so they, you know, they don't want to say anything because the guy had so much power. But I think it's great because it's finally going to put a stop to that kind of thing happening in Hollywood. It's still going to go on.
Yeah.
There's always a sleazy element to to that part of the world. I mean, the casting couch is a term that's been around
Forever.
since Hollywood was invented.
Yeah.
And I think when men can show the same respect to women that they would to another man who works in the industry, like Margot Robbie the other day, I think she's such a legend. She was at the press conference for I, Tonya, the Tonya Harding movie. She's just signed a deal, a major, I think it's a 3-year or 5-year producing deal with a major studio, and had a big part in not just acting in that movie, but the actual production. And at the press conference, they just started saying, so what's it like to be married now? And then tell us about your husband. And she goes, whoa, hold on, guys. How about we talk about my production deal with a major studio? And this, why does that have to be the first thing you talk to a woman about?
Juggling a career and
that's so sexist.
Children.
I mean, you're not going to say that to a guy who's in there and got married, but he's releasing a major movie and
how are you coping being apart from your children?
And Reese Witherspoon said this a few years ago too, about when they walk the red carpet, all they seem to care about is who you're wearing. What about asking us some real questions about our careers and how we got here?
I think they can still ask about the dresses, because the dresses are amazing. The guys are all wearing the same penguin suits. There's those penguins again. And I think that, women are wearing incredible outfits, then you want to ask as well, like, hey, congratulations on your film. I think people are starting to be a little bit more like that now. But it is horrible. I mean, I heard about Don Burke a lot over the years. I've hosted and voiced TV shows at Channel 9, and you always hear people saying bad things, but like I've never seen it firsthand, so I can't really comment. But it's not just like 1 or 2 women, and there's a lot of women who have said that, and men have said that he's
Do you think there will be any men that will come out claiming to be sexually harassed by women? When we were hearing all about it, men, but what about the men that have been sexually harassed by the women?
I have been.
Serious?
Yes.
You laugh. You laugh at me. Not just by women, but by men.
Right. Yeah.
Like I've had people who I've worked with over the years. I've brushed it off, like water off a duck's back. Who have been, they'll run up and plant a kiss, bang on your lips at a rap party or something like that, and just going up and giving another guy a grab bare on the nuts. I think it's a bit out of line.
Yep.
And if I wanted to, I'm sure that I could stand up and say something about it. But I think it's a little bit different for men as opposed to a woman having to deal with that kind of thing. When it gets a bit crazy and a bit too much, I had a stalker when I was working on Big Brother years ago.
Oh, really?
Man or woman?
It was bizarre. As a man, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
He'd tell me that he loved me and wanted to be with me, and yeah. Yeah. I miss you. You don't call anymore. Where are you?
NXS, one of the NXS band members come out saying...
How do we get from that NXS?
Oh no, changing the subject.
Speaking of stalkers, that Michael Hutchence when he was alive, he never left me alone.
But he was saying, gone are the days where you could go up and, not that I think that this is appropriate either, but he said, you could go up and give a woman a tap on the bum or something, back in the day. And
like, hey, bang, spank. You know what? I think you can still do that if you're really good friends with a girl and she's doing it to you too occasionally, or maybe she started it. Yeah. But I don't think you can initiate that thing if it's someone in the workplace, or if it's someone you're out having fun with. Yeah, go for it. But in the workplace, it's very different, and even more so now.
Yeah. I'm still on the Hollywood theme. I don't know if you caught. There's a lady who has gone to extreme lengths. I think she's had 50 surgeries to make herself look like Angelina Jolie. Now, if I was Angelina Jolie and that's how the doctor made me look, I'd be offended.
Can I see it? You got the photo there?
I haven't got the photo.
Oh, no. This link.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Wow.
That is ridiculous.
Yeah.
She looks like something from The Walking Dead. There's a few people that are doing that kind of thing. Like, there's the guy who wants to look like Michael Jackson. A friend of mine, Cunny, Josh Wade, he has a video podcast as well. He just interviewed a guy who's becoming a woman who wants to look like a Bratz doll.
A Bratz doll.
Yeah.
They're the ones with the really
Bratz
big heads and the little thin bodies and the big eye. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
A Bratz doll. I don't know.
It's disturbing.
It is
very disturbing.
Yeah, that's it. Obviously, if that's what they want to do and it makes them happy, then go for it. But there's got to be some.
It is their
When
body
you think as a
that they
doctor,
can do
you
what
sit
they
there
want.
and go, oh, I think, after 20 surgeries, that's
When
enough.
they're going to the, those other countries and where you can get it done cheap, and they're paying a lot of money to do it. If that's what they want to do, but it is weird. It's ridiculous. I mean, it's not like they're looking like someone, is it? Like,
when they look like them, does anything change? Like, what are they hoping to achieve once they do look like them? You know,
get some of Angie's work, be the next Tomb Raider.
The zombie raider.
Yeah, she looked like she was actually coming out of the tomb, not actually trying to raid the tomb.
Yes.
Pretty freaky
really
look.
Scary.
Hey, you've got a really cool podcast called On the Mic.
On the mic.
Yes.
Yes.
Have you ever had a drop the mic moment?
I dropped the mic on the mic. Well, happily every episode. Are you kidding me? It's non-stop. Which episode do you want me to tell you about? I mean, not just on the mic, but on many other TV shows that I might have done over the years.
Proverbial.
You know, you have your drop the mic moment.
Like, that was so good. I'm going to drop the mic right now.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Well, I mean, we've had some great people on the show. You know, Cunny Josh Wade, who I was talking about before, and Roy Billing, great Australian actor. Greg Rust, the race car commentator, he was on recently, and like there's always incredible stories. Like Rusty, just for example, like he was telling me a story about how he was driving a race car down the straight at 300 k's an hour, and the steering wheel fell off. So that would freak you out.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh. Is there anything in your life that you still, a thing that, like a silly thing from your childhood that you still do today?
Well, my mum told me whenever there was a thunderstorm and there was lightning, I used to smile because I think someone was taking my photo.
Is that because your mum was like always constantly flashing in your face? Oh,
probably. That's where it started.
Funny. Hey, do you want to play a little game?
I love games.
I have.
Oh, okay. I've got a sign.
Yeah, you've got that.
Because the way I've played Never Have I Ever, it's like if you have to have a drink and not say anything. I'm sure I will have a few
of those.
A few stories, and then you can use this to spank me up. naughty stories.
In a non-Weinstein way.
Yeah. No, not sexual, but being naughty, a bad boy.
Oh dear, all right.
It can be sexual, can't it?
It can be, yes.
Never been into the whole...
Not that I know, but
bondage and discipline?
No.
I've heard about that.
What about you guys?
No.
No? Is that what you usually... No?
Yeah, where do you think she got that?
I have.
That would give you a good whack, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
You mind just giving a...
All right.
There, I have.
Never have I ever broken something at a friend's house and not told them.
Oh.
They know now.
I don't think I have. Not that comes to mind.
What have you broken?
I'm very clumsy. I break stuff a lot. But there was one mate that I had when I was growing up by the name of Chris Marta, and he used to break my stuff by accident. I always used to break his.
Yeah.
So like I broke his surfboard, his skateboard, his bike. And whenever anything would get broken in his house, no matter what, him and his brothers would say, Goldman did it. Oh, I had a different nickname back then. It was Johnny. That's a ridiculous name.
Johnny. How did they get Johnny from Mike Goldman?
It was actually Johnny Orgasm.
Okay.
I have to tell you why that was my name now, don't I?
Yes.
Well, we're out in the surf. Like we used to surf every day, and I still try to surf every day of my life because I love it. And I used to, when I was 12, 13, 14, make up stories about the manoeuvres I might have pulled off on the wave. I just popped an aerial, or I did a big re-entry, and I'd be screaming, and I just pulled a big aerial, just hit a big cut. And my mate's older brother, Stephen, said, "Oh, you're such a Johnny Orgasm." And I'm like, what does that mean? It's because you're so over the top and screaming about things that you didn't really do. And so that's where that name came about. But yeah, I did break a few things at my friend's house over the years.
Never have I ever lied about having an emergency to leave a bad date.
Lied about an emergency to leave a bad date?
I have never. I've never had a bad date. You were yeah.
I think I might have. Yeah.
An emergency?
Yeah.
I've got to go?
Yeah.
Hollywood's calling?
Did you leave her to pay the bill?
It was a first date, and I didn't want to be confrontational. You guys to tell me whether or not this was the right thing to do. But this was a really nice girl. I'd been asking her out for a while.
Yes.
And I was single, and I thought she was single. And then a friend of mine messaged me and said, she's got a boyfriend. I know her boyfriend. you probably shouldn't be out on a date with her. And she had put her hand on my leg and was getting a bit all cozy.
Oh.
And I went to the bathroom, checked her Facebook page, and sure enough, she's still with this guy, and she's written on his page that day, you know, love you, miss you, because he was overseas. And I'm like, do I cause a confrontation, or do I, because she didn't bring it up and we've been talking for a while, or do I just go, yeah, gotta go?
Yeah,
a
gotta
good
go.
call. That's
You want to have a
call.
fight? You want to argue about it?
Yeah.
You don't want to go.
And do you want to be with someone who is going to, you know, keep those kind of secrets and until they decide they want to be with you and then break up with someone else?
Yeah, that's not ever good.
Yeah. So did I do the right thing? Yeah.
Yes.
You did.
I deserve a drink.
Yeah, here. We'll cheers to that.
Cheers to
He's
that
a good
one.
guy.
Yeah. Never have ever laughed so hard that you've peed.
Oh yes.
I haven't. Even though
You
I've
had great
had two
control,
children.
Rada.
Of course.
All the time.
Just a little bit.
Never have ever.
Tiny little bit.
Tiny.
Not a lot. It wasn't like
Just
a
a smidge.
constant flow, like a little waterfalls of piss going down my pants. No, it was just a little tiny. Oh, that's, I can go to the bathroom.
Never have ever called somebody by the wrong name during sex.
Oh, I've had it happen to me.
Really?
Yeah.
Did it just
That's
like
funny.
No, do it again. Do it. Keep saying it.
Oh.
No. Yes, that has happened. Has that not happened to you?
It could have happened, yes. I'd
I've done
say,
it, yeah.
Did you say a girl's name or a guy's?
Or did you say the wrong name?
I
Oh, you
think
said the wrong
I've-
name?
Yes,
Oh.
yeah. No, I tell you what's happened. I've not even known their name.
Oh!
You know where you're like, yeah, that's worse, isn't
don't
it?
know
I
what to
shouldn't
call
have
out.
admitted that.
So you just met them
Well,
out?
you forget them. Yeah, you're drunk,
Met them out?
yeah.
I didn't know their name and thought,
No, and then by that
Dirty
time,
hussy.
it's how do you ask? And there's no one around. Oh, what's that guy's name
that's
again?
true. That's
Whoops.
true. Like, you can't go through his wallet, look at his driver's license,
No.
Not while you're having sex. Hang on a sec.
ask him what his nickname is, and what do your friends call you? I want to call you that. How do you spell your name again? Don't stop.
Never have I ever gotten a tattoo I regretted.
Yeah.
Yes, I have.
Where's
Yeah.
yours? You go first, son.
Oh, mine's on my arm.
Oh, I can see it through your top.
Yeah.
I quite like Nikki's tattoo. She doesn't
I
like
don't.
it.
Trying to make
it.
out what is a flower or something?
No, it's a dragon.
A turkey. Oh, dragon.
Turkey.
Where is yours?
Oh, I got this little scorpion thing.
Right.
it looks like a key.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like a guitar, looks like a key.
Yes.
It looks like something stupid that you regret when you're 16
Oh, now I can
years
see
old.
the
Yeah,
scorpion.
same
Yeah.
with-
Well, I was working on
Yes.
radio in Taree,
Yeah.
Oh.
and a friend of mine got one there. He had a spider, and I thought it looked really cool. And I was,
So
like,
was it a
only like
deer?
16, 17, yeah. And it got me into a few nightclubs. I thought it was a stamp.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Flash the stamp.
And you know what? It is a good lesson to the youngsters of today. This
Yeah.
is what they look like 20 years later.
It is. It's pretty
Have you ever
disgusting.
thought about getting it removed? You can get them
You
removed.
can get it removed, can't you?
Yeah.
But you know
Is
what?
that your only one?
Yeah.
I'll watch over it. I've got another one here on my chest.
Do show. Oh,
Do
yeah.
you regret it?
Scorpio M.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
M for moron.
Yeah.
Mike. You know, but how was I then? I think I got 19 when I got that one.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
But
I
you're
thought it
lucky
was a
yours is
clever
on
thing
your
at the time.
chest. Yeah. Being on your arm, it's like, you know, the person you are at 20, do you want to be that person? It's like having the same haircut for the rest of your life, you know? It's
I
like,
think if it is bad, it's probably better to keep it to remind yourself that you make mistakes sometimes so you don't make any more mistakes again. Because you can't erase all of your mistakes, can you?
that's right.
Never have ever Googled myself.
Oh, of course. I did 5 minutes before I walked in the door.
Just to see
What are
the
people
neighbours.
saying about me? Quick. Did they take that story down?
I was going to say, do you ever try and get things taken off the internet?
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you?
I've been engaged a couple of times.
Oh, but,
And I thought,
because
I'm going to
it's
get that
not-
shit down. I don't want
yeah.
people saying those horrible things.
What, that you're getting engaged?
They say, oh, he's broken up, he's got engaged. You know.
Oh, yeah.
This-
And do they take it down?
No,
No.
they don't.
Yeah.
What you do is you just get a better story, and that way that goes up higher.
Yeah,
true.
right.
Get a good publicist.
Yes.
Yes.
Very good.
Yes.
I read those stories about the wine o'clock show and those things that you do with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I've that was on the other night on a doco, and how the celebrity, or you know those paparazzi photographers, they take the photo and then make up a story that fits the photo. So
A lot of the times when I'll do an interview with the press, especially when you're working on a reality show that's very popular, they'll already know in their head what they want to write.
Yeah.
They'll just talk to you, get a couple of quotes to throw in their story.
Yes,
Because they're going to make it as controversial as they possibly
Yeah.
can. And the amount of times that I've got in trouble off TV network publicists because of something that I apparently said in an interview when I didn't, because it's just journalists that they just want to, you know,
Story grab.
want to write you off, want a story grab, want to showcase themselves. And I'm sorry.
don't
Have I whacked myself on
Have you ever
on
whacked
the wine
yourself
show?
off?
Yes, I have.
Oh dear, Mike. What's coming up? Is Big Brother ever going to come back? And if so, are you going to be on it?
I'm not sure. I've heard rumours. It is a very expensive show to make because they've got to shoot 24/7. Got about 300 or 400 staff.
Yep.
They're going to do castings all over Australia, and you know all the cabling and the gear, and build a house. So if they do it, it's going to cost a lot of money to make. And whoever does do it, I think it's about the right time to do it, because if you think about when it started, like Facebook wasn't even a thing. And Twitter wasn't a thing at all. And now social media is just such a massive part of our lives, and people are watching everything on their phones.
Yes.
Like we used to have 24-hour live streaming on Big Brother, and it was massive. And the only reason why we took it down is because we used to get in trouble so much, and there was so many, like someone had to sit there 24/7, like censoring.
Yeah.
But I think there's ways to get around that now, where you know it probably wouldn't matter so much, and just people sign disclaimers, and you know, and you get to see a lot more than you would have in the past. So I think it'd be great if it came back. Would I be on it or not? I think it'd probably be better off maybe without me, just to sort of start afresh, start anew.
What?
Yes.
Can't have the Big Brother without Mike Goldman.
Yeah, you can. Absolutely. Get Greta Colleen back. She had a break. Get Gretzky back on. She'd be awesome.
She's busy.
I love Gretel.
Guys, cheers. Thank you so much for coming on the show. It's been a blast. And have a fabulous weekend.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Wine O'Clock Show. It's been brilliant. Hope you like the flowers I got you.